Sup nerds, today we are talking about a new game from a new imprint from Wacky Wizard games, which is available for pre-order on Gamefound. So Wacky Wizard Games is a new imprint of Wacky Wizard Games, which will be focusing on lighter weight, more family-friendly games. We've got Push Push Penguin, which is the one we're going to be talking about. We have Star Realms Academy, which is a easier to access version of Star Realms that my kids absolutely love. We've got Pack the Essentials, which is a polyomino drafting game. Also really impressed with. And they also have caution signs, which I don't have on the table because it's at Tom's house, but I do have this cool picture I can show you. So all of these games are on Gamefound right now for pre-order. It's not a traditional Gamefound because you don't have to wait for fulfillment. They are going to be shipping out very soon. There will be a link down there where you can check them all out. But real quick, I wanted to tell you about Push Push Penguin. So this is definitely a family game. It's not one that's targeting adult, mature gamers. It's perfect to play with your kids. I've played it several times, and it's one that my kids have continued to ask to play again and again. And I would basically describe it as an evolution of Chutes and Ladders, because you are all controlling one of these penguins, which is sliding down the glacier. And it's kind of a race to the bottom, but the thing that makes it really cool is that it's a race to second place, because there is an orca, represented by this tail right here, that is going to meet you at the bottom, and it's going to consume... Sorry, it doesn't devour you, this is a family game. It is going to scare away whichever penguin reaches the bottom first. So what you're going to do in the game is everyone has a cute little penguin cup and 2 dice. So you're going to put your dice in the cup, shake it up, slam it on the table, and secretly you're going to pick a go dice and a no dice. Now when you reveal, everyone sees what everyone has. Your go dice is the number of spaces that you are moving, and your no dice is the dice that you're not going to be using. So it has a little bit of choice. It's a randomized to some extent, but you still have a choice as to which dice you're going to pick to move, because early on in the game, everyone's kind of rushing to the bottom because you don't want to get too far behind. But especially as everyone kind of nears the orca tail, you're going to want to slow down a little bit because you don't want to get there first. Makes it really fun. The Chutes and Ladders also comes in because there are a few slides along the track that if you land on, you will slide down. You also have seals that you can land on, which will let you roll the seal dice, which may make you move farther. It may make the orca tail move, or it could just push you to the front of the line immediately. You also have fish that you can land on, which are these tokens here. When you consume your fish, it is going to give you 2 options. You can either use both of your dice for movement. So if you're like really far back and you want to kind of catch up with everybody, or if you roll 2 really low numbers and you don't want to get left behind, you can consume it just to use both of them for movement. Or you can use it to re-roll whatever dice you have rolled, whether it be the seal dice that you may roll at the end, or both of your player dice. So everyone does start with one of the fish tokens, but there are a few spots along the track where you can gain extras. I do feel like there's a really good amount of them on the track where they're not just like overly abundant and everyone has them, but several people do gain them throughout the game. So it's not something that you're scared to use if you need to. And then, of course, the game is called Push Push Penguin because if your penguin ever lands on another penguin, it is going to push him into the next spot. And if you have a trail of penguins and you land on the one in the back, they are all going to push each other forward, and then they'll get whatever they land on, whether it be a seal or a fish or a slide. And then the first player marker is the orca dice, because once everyone has taken a turn, the first player will roll the orca dice. The tail will move that many spaces forward, and then they will pass the dice to the next player, and everyone rolls again. So in a typical game, the penguins will move all the way down the glacier and onto the spots on the ice track where they'll meet the orca. If by some chance you're all moving really slow and the orca makes it to the bottom of the slide, it will wait there for the first penguin to interact with it. Now, if you are the first penguin to hit the tail, you will have a chance to roll the seal die. The seal die has one face that's an orca tail, and if you manage to roll that, then you do run away from the orca and you go to the back of the line, and then the next penguin who hits it will get scared away. It's a very simple game. It's very straightforward. 100% geared towards kids. Let's see. On the box, it says ages 6 and up. I have several children of varying ages. My 4-year-old has played this game with us, and he does just fine. But I do think 6 is the age where you, like 5 to 6 is the age where you really kind of grasp some of the strategy in the game. So I recently took this game on our family vacation where my children, myself, my mom, all went out to my grandma's house. So we had 4 generations of the family there. She lives on a lake in Tennessee. And we did get this to the table with the whole family, and we had a good time with it. My mom kind of commented that, like, yeah, this is a great game for the kids, because again, it's not targeted for necessarily adult gamers to play. It is 100% a family weight game, but we had a ton of fun with it. So if this looks like something you want, there will be a link to the Gamefound down in the description below. You can click on that, and all of these games plus caution sign are available for pre-order over there. I'm really excited about the Wacky Wizard games imprint and a whole new realm of family weight games coming from a company who already makes fantastic games. Again, I've played all 4 of the games. I've really enjoyed all of them. Star Realms Academy is a huge hit for my kids who aren't quite ready for Star Realms yet, but they definitely grasped this one. This one has probably come off my shelf the most to be playing. Pack the Essentials really impressed me. It's a polyomino drafting game. It doesn't necessarily do anything new, but the things it does very well. I really like that the polyominoes are not reversible. Like in most polyomino games, you can flip them around to place them. And this one, you can't flip them over unless you spend a token to do so. That added a nice little twist to a fairly straightforward polyomino drafting game. Really loved all 4 of the games from Wacky Wizard. So again, click that link down there, and while you're clicking on links, be sure to click the link to Game Toppers. We really appreciate their support. We love playing on their tables. I missed mine while I was on the vacation I mentioned a little bit ago. And as long as I've got you clicking on buttons and links, there is a subscribe button down there as well, and you can click on that so you'll never be bored.